Everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and do a comparison between the Google Pixel 7 and the iPhone 11 and see which specific phone is a better one for you. If you want to pick up either one of these phones, the links will be down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, you might be wondering why we're comparing these phones. The iPhone 11 was just being sold by Apple brand new for $499, and that was about a few months ago. With the Pixel 7, this is a $599 phone, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they compare. A lot of people still like the iPhone 11, which came out in 2019. And personally, I think this iPhone is still a very good deal. If you can pick it up for like $300 something dollars, I think this is a pretty decent deal in my opinion. This phone has a 6.1-inch Retina IPS panel on the front, and although it's a smaller display overall than the Pixel 7, it's still a pretty okay display for a budget tier kind of phone. Like it's very average. You still have the notch, you still have, the bezel around it, but it's basically the whole package of this phone that makes it a really decent phone in my opinion. So I would not pick up this one because of its display. It's an IPS panel at 60 hertz and it's kind of low resolution, but it gets the job done. And if you can get over the display, this is a really good phone otherwise. On the Pixel 7, one of its highlights is actually the display. It's a 6.3-inch OLED display, I believe, or AMOLED display, and it is a very decent display for this price tag. You're getting fairly slim bezels around this whole entire phone. You're getting a hole punch display too, which is really nice, and you're getting that gesture-based design, no home buttons. You're getting fingerprint sensor in the display, which is really cool as well, and it's a 90 hertz panel. So things refresh at a much higher, refresh rate than the iPhone 11, and it is definitely noticeable if you're scrolling through. You definitely feel like it's a smoother display, but other applications sometimes can seem like they're a little bit slower, but otherwise a very good display and definitely a better display than the iPhone 11. Now for the rest of this body, they feel almost identically the same, which is actually pretty insane. They don't feel like super different, at least from what I can tell. We have the volume buttons on the left side of the iPhone 11. They're on the right side of the Pixel 7. You can also see that the camera bump is fairly thick on the Pixel 7, where it's actually kind of thin. It like barely protruded on the iPhone 11 right there. Now on top of that, we do have SIM card trays on both phones. The iPhone 11 is on the other side. This one is on this side. We do have a USB-C port on the bottom of the Pixel 7. The Lightning port on the iPhone 11 is still very good, as well as the speakers on the back as well. And speaking about the back, we do have kind of similar setup a little bit on the iPhone 11 and Pixel 7. The iPhone 11 had a dual camera setup as well as the Pixel 7. So both these phones look great, wide and ultra-wide cameras on both, which is really nice. We also have glass backs on both. So this is the big thing here. With the iPhone 11, you're getting wireless charging, you're getting IP certification as well as for the Pixel 7. But the Pixel 7, you are getting things like reverse wireless charging, which is really nice. So in my opinion, that is a really cool flagship feature. I'm still so shocked that even with like the 14 Pluses that I have here, as well as the 14 Pro Maxes that I have somewhere, I'm still shocked that Apple has not given us a reverse wireless charging on phones that cost $1,000 plus. On the Pixel 7 at $599, still has reverse wireless charging, which is really nice. So that's my little rant. I'll definitely tell you, I think the iPhone 11 still feels very premium, but because of the display of the Pixel 7, it makes it feel that much more premium for sure. So that's probably a big thing to keep in mind. Now, another thing to keep in mind is actually with the software. So we're rocking iOS on the iPhone 11, obviously, and with the Pixel 7, we're rocking Android. I don't know if there's a winner there. There's clearly not a winner. There's so many advantages for both of those versions of software. I'll probably tell you with the iPhone 11, the lifespan of this phone I don't think is going to be as long as the Pixel 7. We're probably going to have this phone around for about 4 years. The iPhone 11, I would say we have like another 3 years with this phone. I wish it could be longer. I think that would have been awesome. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Again, things could change in the future, but as of right now, the Pixel 7, I think, is going to last probably at least 1 year longer, maybe 2 years longer than the iPhone 11, or they could end off around the same time. Who knows? So that kind of covers it up there as well. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both these phones. The iPhone 11 has an Apple A13 bonding chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM, but the Google Pixel 7 has that Google Tensor G2 chipset inside of it with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the fastest one between both. Okay, there we go. Let's go and hop all the apps in the background. As you can see, they are all cleared out. So let's get into it. Phone call 3, 2, 1. Okay, iPhone 11 kind of faster. Camera 3, 2, 1. And it does kind of seem like for a lot of applications when I kick them off, the Pixel 7 has to like restart them where the iPhone 11 just, can keep them open. Let's go and open up this photo 3, 2, 1. Pixel 7 was faster, but it was a way glitchier experience. I don't even know what was going on there. Let's go and try their Photos apps. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Pixel 7 definitely faster here. Let's go and hop out of here. Let's go and open up Snapchat. 3, 2, 1. kind of similar. There wasn't that big of a difference there. Let's go and open up some of these other third-party applications, and I have a lot of them. So I tap on 2, 3, 2, 1. Now this one is going to be interesting because the iPhone 11 is much more older, but it could be more optimized. I mean, it already opened up like the last two applications, the first two faster. In this case, we can definitely see the Pixel 7 is faster. So this may be where we're starting to see some bigger differences is between these types of games when we're opening them up. So that might be something to keep in mind. Let's go and open up the original Temple Run, 3, 2, 1. So definitely, again, the Pixel 7 is the faster one here, just by a little bit though. Like, it's not like crazy worlds different. It's still very similar performance between them for sure. Hopping out of this one, we can try Thank You, which I do not have. Let's try Netflix, 3, 2, 1. Again, Pixel 7 is the faster one there for sure. Let's go ahead and try, we already did Snapchat, try Facebook, 3, 2, 1. I might be logged in though, and I am logged in, so we'll just kind of have to let this one go. We can try Genshin Impact. Now, Genshin Impact is a massive game, and there could work, it could not, 3, 2, 1. But I will say the iPhone 11, I played it on like tons of different iOS versions. It got on the splash screen faster. And the iPhone 11 has done a great job, I think, with heavy gaming throughout its whole entire lifespan. It had the same flagship chipset as the main flagship of 2019. So this one actually opened up faster on the iPhone 11 than on the Pixel 7, which is actually pretty crazy. So that is very interesting. I would love to see why that actually ended up happening. I guess we won't be able to tell, but that is actually a very, very interesting difference. Now we can try Snake First Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And the Pixel 7 is the faster one, followed by the iPhone 11. So I think from the few apps that I tested, it's definitely a very interesting experience. I don't know if there's one that's like way faster than the other one, but there was a lot of flip-flopping. I would expect the Pixel 7 to be faster, but the iPhone 11 did beat it a few times, including in the loading up of Genshin Impact, which is crazy. So now let's go ahead on the cameras. They both have dual camera setups, like I mentioned before, wide and ultra-wide cameras. They both can do 4K at 60 on the front and the back, which is great. In fact, the iPhone 11 was the first one to be able to do 4K at 60 on the front and the back, including the Pixel 7 for the base pixels, which is very interesting. So I will tell you with the iPhone 11 from 2019, it's definitely not like the best camera that's held up so far, but I like the fact that it has a dual camera setup, and I think it's a very, very, very decent camera for its price tag. So you have 0.5x zoom, which is nice. You still have 5x zoom, which I think is probably enough for most people out there. But you still have things like video mode, slow mode. You have portrait mode as well in the panorama mode. But I think one of the best things that's more optimized for the Pixel, for the iPhone 11, is basically with the social media applications. So if you're using apps like Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, you're going to be having a higher quality video and photo output on the iPhone 11 than maybe even on something like the Pixel 7. Now, maybe that's kind of a stretch, so I probably wouldn't even say that completely, but with the Pixel 7, it's a very good camera. I like this camera a lot, and I really do think it holds up very, very well. So you still have 8x zoom, so you have technically 3x more zoom than the iPhone 11, but you also have 0.7x zoom, which is very interesting. So we can't zoom out as much as the iPhone 11. We have portrait mode in this phone too. We have motion mode. We also have standard video mode, and we have our cinematic mode too, which is new now. So that's another really cool feature. I'll probably tell you the Pixel 7 is probably the camera with the more features, but within those social media applications, iOS has always been more optimized than Android, but it's definitely catching up right now. So to kind of sum up this whole entire video, what I can tell you is, I think the Pixel 7 is probably the overall better phone when it comes down to it. You're getting the overall better display, you're getting probably better cameras, you're getting better build quality. Actually, it's almost the same build quality. I like the design of the Pixel 7. You're getting a reverse wireless charging as well, and a longer lasting phone on this device. And I still think the iPhone 11 is still a good phone too. I think if you have this phone, keep it. And it stacks up fairly well against the latest Pixel, which is actually very interesting. Now, this is the $599 one, so keep that in mind. But I still think if you have an iPhone 11, keep it. It still has a long future ahead of it for sure. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.